Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Macka's 1965 Chevrolet Impala Convertible Project Part 1. This is a video series that will go for about 70 weeks and I will be your host. My name's Colin Kelly and I'm going to take you through from the car being a wreck all the way through to a completed car. It's an absolutely magnificent story. Let me put up two videos so that you can see the transformation this car's going to take. So this first video was shot by Commissioner Lynn just before the car was moved from their house to the Dermpav Rail Heritage Depot at Newport for restoration. You can see in this video the generally poor condition of the car and the toll time was taken while the Chev was in storage at their home. This video graphically shows the condition the car was in before the restoration started. Compare that last video to this video of the very same car, now completed. It's being driven by one of the restorers, Frank Bovessa, after being presented back to Macka and Lynn on presentation day. This video series will be released to you each Monday at 7 AM. It's being released to you as a fundraising platform for MND Victoria, so you viewers are able to make a financial contribution into MND Victoria and provide them with the funding stream. And that's very important to us so that we can see that we're raising funds through this media for MND Victoria. So now let me throw you into a video that when Daniel Woodrow from MND Victoria came out to our workplace and gave us an overview of the disease and just what it means to us and how we got involved with all of this. So anyway, here we go.
Special shout out to Macka and Lynn as well for coming down. I'll talk a little bit about MND and what we do at MND Victoria. As Rich mentioned, it is MND week. It's a week that all the state associations around Australia come together and try and raise some greater awareness of this horrible disease. MND, for those that don't know the ins and outs, it's a progressive neurological disease. It affects the motor neurons. The motor neurons are essentially what take the messages from the brain to the muscles throughout the body. Dare I say it is one of, if not the worst diseases you can be diagnosed with, and we hear all too often that people that go through the diagnostic process would like to be diagnosed with cancer or MS or Parkinson's or anything else, and when you start hearing that, you understand how bad an MND diagnosis is. It is terminal, and the reality is there is not one test to diagnose MND. It's a case of ruling everything else out. So it can take quite a while to be diagnosed with the disease. There is an average life expectancy of once you're diagnosed of 27 months, but that varies greatly from person to person. We would all know Neil Danaher and the great work he is doing and his great fight. He's approaching year 10 of his disease progression. That is very rare. And I guess, bringing it back to me for a tick, I do what I do at MND Victoria because I lost my dad to MND. He had it for 11 years as well. So, you know, I've seen that side where you live with it for a long time. But I've also got a great mate and a colleague at work who her dad had it as well, and he lasted 4 weeks from diagnosis. Every single journey is different, and yeah, as I said, it is a very different thing person to person, so there's not a one-size-fits-all care strategy. MND Victoria, we're the organisation that provide care support and equipment to all Victorians living with the disease. Along with Macka, there's 502 others that we're currently providing support for. We've been doing that since 1981, and the range, I guess, of care and support varies greatly. You know, every single person with MND has their own MND advisor and support coordinator. Special shout out to Fran, who is Macka's. These professionals help the individual and their loved ones navigate through all the allied health systems and relevant organisations that can help along that MND journey. We provide a lot of assistive equipment, and that assistive equipment for me is my favourite thing to talk about because it's so tangible. We provide things like walkers and manual wheelchairs, electric wheelchairs, hoists, hospital beds, all sorts of things that enable the person living with MND to live as well as possible for as long as possible. We try and keep them at home for as long as we can, and we try and keep them safe, we try and keep them independent and engaged with their friends and families and colleagues and the like for as long as we possibly can. I'll touch on, we've all heard of MND and Neil Danaher and the incredible work they do in the research space. They've been doing it for around 10 years. The Big Freeze total was announced yesterday of $15.8 million, I think. An absolutely phenomenal effort from their part. But the beautiful thing is, we do different things. They're funding research into cause, treatment and cure. And that allows us to really focus on the people with MND. As this banner says, and our motto is until there's a cure, there's care, and that really summarises the difference. We can't wait till we have no job at MND Victoria because a cure has been found. But until that day comes, people with MND need the care, they need the support, they need the equipment, and that's what we do, and that's what the funds that come to MND Victoria provide.
So just to reiterate Daniel's words, MND Victoria and Fight MND are not associated with each other. So the Danaher family, supported by the AFL, are doing great work in trying to find a cure for this terrible disease. And MND Victoria, on the other hand, are actually providing a practical care and solutions to and the sufferers of MND Victoria, so that they can lead a dignified life at home for as long as possible. So that's a fantastic thing. But MND Victoria rely on your funding, and so we're hoping that we can get some money via donations into that area. That'd be a fantastic thing. The photo that I've just put up is of Neil McPherson. He has always been known as Macka or Bear. I've worked with him in the rail industry since 1980, and that's a very long time. He's my friend and work colleague. His announcement to us all in early 2023, advising he'd been diagnosed with Motor Neurone Disease, came as an absolute shock. Macka had back in 1987 purchased the 1965 Chevrolet Impala Convertible off his friend in Darwin. He, with 3 other friends, travelled to Darwin. They fixed the car, well, sort of, then drove it back to Victoria. It was not in the greatest condition. To say it was using more oil than petrol would be an understatement. Their journey left the Adelaide Hills clouded in blue smoke. Macka had always intended the car to be his retirement project. After Macka's diagnosis, his works colleagues realised he needed some help to see the Chev completed. The Diesel Electric Rail Motor Preservation Association of Victoria provided the car hoist and the space to restore the car, and all Macka's work colleagues came together here, having previously worked in the automotive industry, to provide their labour and their various skills free of charge so that they could help in a small way to enable Neil to see the car finished and be able to enjoy it while time was still on his side. So that's the backstory so far, and that brings us to the start of the restoration project. As I said earlier, this is a funding initiative for MND Victoria, and so what I'll do now is pop you up the poster for Macka's mission. This page has been operating throughout the restoration of the Chev. It has a goal of $100,000. Since the restoration commenced, Macka's work colleagues and other people that have been following along have raised $16,180, and that's a fair amount of money for a small group of close people to raise. This funding page is still active, and at the time of this video, it has raised $17,480. I've also popped up now a photo of our female electrician at work. She completed a half marathon recently with the funds being raised going into Macka's mission. Thanks for that, Emily. We very much appreciate it. This funding activity continues, and we would ask if you're able to make a financial contribution towards this goal through the funding page, which the poster we've got up on the screen now. This can be achieved by using the link to Macka's mission, which appears in the description below, or you can scan the QR code that appears at the bottom of this poster. Please contribute if you're financially able. Your financial contribution and support, no matter how small, will be greatly appreciated by Lynn and Macka, along with the restoration team and all those that have been involved in the restoration of the car. So that's the story so far. Again, we ask you to act now. Use the link or the QR code to make your financial contribution to Macka's mission. Remembering you'll be joining in with all those that have brought the funding tally to its current level. Your contribution will be greatly appreciated. But now it's time to return to May 2023, when the project leader Vince Canolo and his good friend Robert Brown went over to Lynn and Macka's to inspect, assess the car, removing parts so they could be farmed out to everyone waiting to receive them for work in their respective home shops. So here we go.
There's Lynn and Macka. Macka's done nothing today. Absolutely nothing.
And
Nothing,
I, on the other hand, have starved.
She's been flat out. Poor old Brownie, he's been flat out. But here's our little kit. And there's all the bits and pieces. We've already removed the roof. and the car's looking a little bit more sorry than when we turned up. So the back bumper, which killed us to get off, and we've taken all the interior out, and the bonnet's out. The old engine's sitting in there, but plan for the rest of the day is probably to jack it up, get the wheels off, probably get that master and booster off if I don't come back for it. So we're just running out of time today, but I definitely want to get it in the air and pull the wheels off and have a look at what we got there. I'd love to get this front bumper bar off and take this. That'll be our mission for today, and then we'll head back towards West Melbourne. Let's lay this back, right? And then try and come out.
See, I've got to get my ram past that bottom bolt.
I'm pulling this bolt out. Again. You want to pull that bottom bolt out? Is that impeding you?
Yeah.
Right. So, all right. So then there's the gun. Pull it there, right in front of you. Use that. Just pull one out. Yeah. How are you looking?
But it sounds so close.
All right. Come out. Just stay here and support. And we'll come around there. So up, we're out.
We're out.
Not light,
No, because it has to.
Gee, just that bit of frame
man.
weighs a ton.
Alright.
Oh wow.
I got it. You got it? Yep. We're going back. What's stopping me? Hold on.
Around.
Oh, that's it. I'm good. You're good?
Yeah.
Alright. You got it. I'll go around the jack. Oh well, beautiful. Thank you.
Well done.
Alright. Tell you what, lucky the oxy's not here. I'll tell you. Really? Alright. Whoa. Nah, it's seized.
Not now.
That's it. We're ready to go. Must be one more here. Is there something in the middle? Must be.
Oh no.
Must be one more here. You always going to have this sort of stuff when you're not at home. This would have been on the hoist and
Yeah, would have made life
different
easier.
tools and whatever, but we're doing
You did pretty
we've done
well.
well. Yeah, we've done well, really. Just need a bigger size 22. Look at that, man. Need a tube socket, really, but we're getting there. Alright, ready?
Yep.
You win again. Shake, shake.
Maybe one more.
Oh no.
No, there's got to be something.
Oh, well that was easy.
Yeah. Come up here. Can you hold it? Go far.
It's just quite mean, doesn't it? No, it's easy.
I'm telling you now, if you fart, make it a good one.
Well, hey, it's getting heavy, mate.
Yeah. Just like that? I got it. Ah, yeah, it's a bloody screwdriver. Hey. Oh, there we go. Lights off. Oh. You keeping the wagon?
Bumpers are sad, aren't they, huh?
Yeah. They want me to film everything. So, this is Dave. Hi, Dave.
No.
This is the roof I'm going to take back, and the bumpers I'll take back. So we'll just unload the...
What are you going to do with them?
they're going to Peter Fajoli, and he's sending him to Vinnie's, and they're getting re-chromed. And this part here is anodized. So, apparently, yeah, it is. Well, we'll paint that.
Go show them
The LED light plays funny buggers. So.
Put that fucking away, man. You gook.
Yeah, I'm a good.
Oh, God.
We thank you for your time to view this video, and we hope that you will share this with your friends. Click the like button and subscribe to this channel so that you can keep up to date with videos as they're released. So I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you all in next week's video. Bye bye.